く今回もお体の具合が心配されましたが、大変お元気で東京その他各地の演奏会を済ませました。文化ジャーナルのスタッフがホテルにお邪魔をしてお話を伺いました。
多くの人があなたの来日をこの町に待ってたと思うんです。今回の日本の訪問で特にどういうことをお感じになってますか？
Well, coming after 9 years, I am absolutely amazed at the change. I find so much more development. You know, in Japan, what is very outstanding, I feel, that you have got a group of listeners for every type of music, which is amazing. I think it's unique in anywhere in the world. For every sort of music, there is listener. Well, that is what I always felt very much, you know, most interesting thing, that from the very first time I felt there was a lot of appreciation, a lot of interest. I would like to say a few words about the instruments that you are seeing. The main instrument is the sitar. It has been there in India for almost 750 years. It's made out of teak wood, completely hollow inside. This round piece you see, and also one here, is made out of gourd, a dry pumpkin. There are 6 strings for playing, 4 for melody, 2 for rhythm. Underneath there are 13 strings known as sympathetic resonating strings. One very interesting thing on this instrument is that you can play on the frets and also pull the string and this 2-piece drums is known as tabla. It is tuned with a hammer. It is always played in the background of all the classical music. It's known as tanpura. To create a hypnotic drone and atmosphere. Well, ours is a music which has been handed down from the guru, the master, to the disciple for last almost 2,500 years. And it is mostly improvised, based on the ragas and talas, the melody forms and the rhythmic cycles. And we improvise all the time. Almost 80 to 90% is improvised. And it is not a written down system. It is an oral tradition. That's what makes our music very interesting and always fresh. It is not something which has been composed by someone and we are just interpreting. No, we are making music all the time ourselves.
即興性とそういう深い表現との結びつきについて説明してくださると大変ありがたいんですが。
You see, the whole system is this, that we have to learn it for years and years from our teacher, the whole scientific system, and it takes nothing less than 10 to 15 years to assimilate that knowledge. It's only after that we start improvising. It is not just improvising anything we want. You know, we improvise on strict principles of the ragas and the talas, which are not like jazz, you know. Now will be almost noon time in this room, looking at outside the weather, so I'll play something which is more practical for this time. It is known as sarang.
ラビ・シャンカールさんはそのインド音楽の魅力を世界中にね広めたと思うんです、その先駆者としてね。それで大変多くの出会いがあったと思うんですけれども、例えばクラシックではメニューヒンとか、ジャズではコルトレーンとか、それからジョージ・ハリスンとか、その他そういった異なった文化の出会いということでですね、誰かとのその出会いの経験を話してくれませんか？
Well, I have two separate identities. One as a performer, where I perform my solo along with tabla player like Kumar was with me this time. And also I'm a composer. I like to compose. From last 40 years I've been doing a lot of experimentations with orchestra, with solo players in India, outside India with all the famous people you mentioned just now. I have even played with Hoshan Yamamoto and Musumi Miyashita on koto. So I like to experiment on new things. It's very exciting for me. Basically whatever I do is Indian, the music, but I like the tone and the color and the performer to be non-Indian, which makes it very interesting.
日本人の場合とそれからヨーロッパの人との場合と違いがありましたか？
Definitely, because while playing the music I felt more at home, because that connection of Asia and our old culture or whatever, you know, and lot of Japanese old melodies are very much akin to some of our raga forms, some melody forms, you know.
そういった芸術的な挑戦とそれから素晴らしい技術とでご自分の国でですねとても高い評価を、受けてると思うんですけれども、ただですね保守的な人っていうのはどこにでもいますけれども、そういった挑戦に批判的な人もいましたか？
Well, I said it earlier, if you missed my point, that I have two separate identities. When I play my sitar, give a concert, that time I'm purist, and I follow the old Indian traditional classical form of music. But when as a composer or trying something new, then I'm much more open-minded. I don't fear to experiment, you know.
Well,
People have the right to think whatever they want. They always, many times they criticize me that I'm breaking the rules, but that is as a composer, not as a performer. In the beginning they criticize, but after some time, if it is worthwhile, they accept it and they like it.
これからですねどういうふうな活動をしたいと思っていらっしゃいますか？
Well, I am mostly based in Delhi now, and I have a lot of students on whom I'm working very hard. Then I'm doing a lot of creative thing. I have been just commissioned by Birmingham touring opera company to do a ballet cum opera together, and I have number of commissions like that, films, television. So this is how I'm very active, plus consultizing.
Well, it's many things. It's difficult to say in one word, but mostly the love and the mood and also the culture and the struggle and research what they have done or he has done.
ラビ・シャンカールさんの健康法というのを伺いたいんですが。
Well, I think music and love for people and all the good friendship from people, that's I think the reason.
私もこの演奏会に伺ったんですけれども、大変自由でパワーがあって、どこかスリリングで、でも人の心を包み込んでくれる優しさがあるんですね。お人柄かなと思いました。さて次の話題です。